TJ Moe on Jason Whitlock's show today said that there's two things that we've seen ruined in our lifetime. Journalism, that how can you be a good journalist if literally the person you're supposed to be, or the groups or the entities that you're supposed to be talking about and being objective, are the ones paying your salary? How can you possibly be objective? You can't. And sports, that money has ruined them, and in sports, because of gambling, athletes making so much money that they just kind of don't care and it's whatever to them. But I'm going to throw in one more. That money has absolutely ruined. And that's the medical field. There is so much lying, corruption. We saw that in COVID. COVID was just a big money grab, and if you don't believe that, then you are so naive. You're probably not going to understand the actual words coming out of my mouth, because you just want to take your head and put it in the sand. COVID was a lie. So Pfizer, Moderna, and all those other things could make money. So doctors could make money. So hospitals could make money. So they could see how much they could bend the American people before they would break. That's what I think it was a test of what we're willing to bend over and take. It was a lot. Because what percentage of Americans got the COVID vaccine? I have no clue. How many parents forced their children that were in no danger whatsoever to have that crap put in their body? I have no idea. But if it's one, that's too many. My grandpa asked me what I would do if they were going to force me to take the vaccine at the school. I said, I was going to force their hand. Fire me. Do your worst. Oh no, I'm not going to make $15 an hour to where all these people making $100,000 are cowering behind me as kids are getting violent. Oh no, whatever will I do without that job? That's what I told him. What will I do, Grandpa, without that job? I'm making what McDonald's people are going to make in a couple of years. With kids running at me, being violent, throwing stuff, trying to hit me, actually hitting me, biting me, scratching me. And then all the principals cowering behind me because they don't know how to deal with these kids and they're getting their butts kicked even more than I am. Whatever will I do without that job? I'm going to be lost. Because I couldn't possibly make any more money than that. I'm rolling in it with that job. So the medical field was perpetuating the lie longer than anyone. The people that supposedly have all the science, and we should believe all the science, because eggs have been good and bad in my lifetime. I'm not even 40 yet, and they've been good and bad like 4 or 5 times now in my lifetime. Eggs have been. They don't know anything. They give you a hypothesis of what they believe is correct, but frame it in a way that it's the gospel truth. That's what they do. Instead of, well, we believe this, and have just a little bit of humility and not have your ego off the charts. And money and ego drive a lot. Because people will say stuff until they're blue in the face just so they don't have to look bad. When did it become such a bad thing to admit you were wrong? Change your behavior. Become better. Quit lying. When did that become so faux pas? To become better than you were the day before, to admit your wrongdoing. I make fun of myself all the time. I'm short. I think it's funny. Who cares? I've been short my whole life. It's okay. And when I was a para, the people would, because the kids did like me. I was a jokester. I like to have fun. And a lot of the adults were like, Kevin, the kids love you. And my response always was, what's not to love? I make them feel tall and smart. I would always say that, and everybody would laugh, because it's okay to make fun of yourself. I don't get, like, when I was young, I could not make fun of myself, take a joke. Like, it was sad. When I say young, like, really young. As I grew up, it was, if I get someone to laugh, I don't care if it's at my expense. I'm good. I know who I am. And I have been around a lot of, especially men, they get very uncomfortable when I make fun of myself. They don't laugh, they just look around, and I think it's because they're so surprised that somebody doesn't have an ego where they can actually laugh about themselves a little bit. Because people cannot laugh at themselves. They can't get out of their own way. Their ego is just so huge that they can't fathom anything that they're not good at, even though most people are not good at most things because there are so many things in this world. And Jason Whitlock talks about confidence, that everyone thinks it's confidence that makes you better. And he talks about humility. That's what really makes you better. And I agree. Being humble allows you to see your flaws and become better. Because if you think you have no flaws, you're not going to ever improve. Because you can't. You're perfect. You have no flaws. So, and he always brings it around. You have to be humble if you have God in your life. Because you have to realize you're not perfect. You're not the end all be all. He is. Accept him into your heart takes humility. That you need help. That you need him. So humble yourself before God. And all these lies that this world is preaching to you, you will see them for what they truly are. He will take those scales off your eyes. He will help you become the better and best version of yourself. Don't accept what this world is just feeding you. Look at it through the prism of God. If you look at it through that prism, things will reveal themselves in ways you didn't know they could. Humble yourself before him. It'll be the best decision of your life.